Everybody calm down. Wanda selling their shares is not a bad thing. Okay, I'm going to reiterate this. A lot of you don't seem to understand, and I'm going to be a little bit more clear. It's not a bad thing. And for those of you who think it is, I'm sorry, you're not using your brain, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So, why would Wanda sell off their shares? Well, first of all, they've been dumping positions since, 2017, and they're in massive amounts of debt. And the Chinese government is cracking down on that. Per this article here, they're in the crosshairs of the Chinese regulators since 2017, been dumping positions since then. So obviously they need capital. It's not out of the ordinary for this to happen. Yes, I know it was AMC, but another thing to remember, did we not just get a shelf offering sold into the market prior to this, which accounted for more shares than they just sold? 43 million was sold into the market for the past few weeks. No one cried about that. But then we get this. It's smaller of a sell-off, yes. And not only that, but we saw a run because of this. And you know why? Because if you look at the trading volume on the day that Wanda started selling off, a measly 95K shares were sold on May 13th. We saw volume that day 7 times what it was the day before. So if you think that's a coincidence, it's not. So you're telling me the same day they start selling off their shares, which is not even that much considering the volume we saw that day, we saw a nice 20% run. That's, I mean, come on. There's obviously deals being made. There's buy volume being created to offset that sell volume, which is resulting in a run. And it happened every single day that they sold their shares into the market. And obviously, after the 18th, we're going to see a little bit of a sell-off because, again, we need that volume that's no longer there, so the price is going to dip down a little bit. There's nothing weird going on here. So I just don't see why we're freaking out over a $30 million sell-off when prior we just saw a $43 million sell-off and the price has been going up ever since. If you look at the data, there's nothing weird going on with the buy versus sell volume. There's nothing weird going on with the short volume. There's nothing weird going on with the dark pool percentage volume. There's nothing weird about the situation other than Wanda needs money, they sold their shares, and they still have a position left at 10,000 shares, and we all know how valuable that can be. So, keeping all that in mind, I don't see how this could be a bad thing. There you have it. Hope that helped.